Third meditation. Before you begin, take 3 deep and cleansing breaths. Each of these breaths should be taken in through the nose and out through the mouth. Get comfortable in your space, laying down, sitting up, however you prefer. Allow your arms to rest gently at your sides, releasing all tension from your shoulders. Close your eyes and continue to breathe in a slow and comfortable pace. Bring your awareness to the center of your chest, into your heart center. Listen closely to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. As you feel this rhythmic pulse of your own heart beating, begin to visualize yourself standing in the center of a large field. Feel the sun warm on your face and the cool grass beneath your feet. You can hear the soft song of birds in the distance, and smell the scent of flowers on the gentle breezes flowing over your skin. In this time and in this space, it is always summer, a time of abundance and joy. As you look around you, you notice that you are surrounded on all sides by dense forest. The tree line of this forest is so thick and so dense that you have trouble finding a way to see through the edge of the trees. As you study this landscape, off in the east, the direction of new beginnings, you see a small opening in the tree line. This small opening is filled with brambles, and you know that in order to enter you will have to crawl. Begin to make your way to this opening, feeling the earth beneath your feet. You bend down and begin to crawl inside this opening. By crawling into this opening you initiate a returning to Mother, a rebirth. Once you have passed through this opening, you realize that you can now stand tall and free inside the welcoming arms of the trees that surround you. Within the walls of the forest, the air is cool and moist. Before you move on, stand still, enjoy and welcome this feeling of cool moisture as it wafts over your body. Overhead the song of birds is even louder than before, and the smells of fresh and fertile earth fill your nostrils. Before you is a path well worn with years of travel. This path steadily inclines to the top of the hill. As you begin to walk this path, feel the feeling of the earth beneath your feet. Just before you reach the crest of the hill you notice the smells and sounds of running water. When you finally reach the summit of the hill, you see a beautiful waterfall spilling into a small pool. Within this pool sits a tiny island, with a small stone bridge that leads from the land to the island. Growing from the center of this island is the largest tree you've ever seen. This tree is so tall, that you are unable to see its top. Its trunk is so large, you wonder how this tiny island could support such a massive tree. The tree appears to glow with its own luminous light, and its leaves tinkle with the sounds of tiny wind chimes in the breeze. Begin to make your way from the top of the hill down the path and across the bridge. After you cross the bridge, reach out with your hands and touch the surface of the tree. Feel the texture of the bark, and the warm energy that pulsates through the tree, matching your own rhythmic heartbeat. Take a moment to be with this tree, and to connect to its energy. When you feel ready to move on, walk to the other side of the tree and look down. When you have reached the other side of the tree, and you gaze down towards its roots, you notice another small opening just large enough for you to crawl inside. When you feel ready, Crawl inside this opening and realize that you have room to stand tall within the tree. When your eyes adjust to the darkness inside the tree, you begin to recognize your perfect ideal of a grand entrance. Within this room are two features. The first, in the center of the room, is a spiral staircase leading both up and down. The second is a door. As you stand peacefully within the space of this room, you feel an urge to ascend the staircase. A pull like nothing you've ever felt before calls you to a new place within the tree. As you climb the stairs, you feel a force, like a great power is near you. Rounding the last curve in the spiral, you can see a gilded double door waiting for you at the top of the stairs. Through the cracks around the doors you can see golden white light pouring forth in almost blinding radiance. As you step up to the last step, the doors swing wide to greet you, nearly knocking you over with the blaze of light streaming through. As your eyes slowly adjust to the radiance of this room, you begin to see the exquisite beauty that is a grand throne room. In the center of this room stands the most unbelievably beautiful throne your eyes have ever seen. All the walls seem to glow with an ethereal light that shimmers. You know instinctually that you are to take a seat upon this throne as well. As your body makes contact with this amazing seat, you feel the power of all creation flowing through you. You do your best to integrate these indescribable feelings, yet there are no words to truly express the love, power, and compassion you feel. As you sit trying to understand and express what you feel, call out to the room and ask that any personal angels here to guide you may come forth and introduce themselves to you. Wait patiently for them to appear, and share with you. After the angels have finished speaking, they step to far edges of the room, making space for your next encounter. Before you can ask, your higher self places a warm loving handing on your shoulder. This being radiates wisdom and love. As you turn to meet their gaze, you are struck by the fact that you appear to be looking into a mirror. Listen closely to the messages that this being brings to you. When they have finished, they take a place next your angels, again making space for another encounter. Soon, the room feels almost oppressive in its love and power. It is nearly difficult to breathe as you suddenly become aware of a tremendous presence behind you. You are instructed to rise and turn, and as you do, you see before you the most magnificent and tremendously huge being you could imagine. Clad in only light, this being dares not speak for fear of doing you harm with their voice. Instead they communicate through telepathy, and you are told that this being is your I Am presence. Listen closely to any messages brought forth by this being, for this your Creator self sharing divine knowledge and wisdom with you. When this being has finished its chat with you, it and all the other beings melt into the light, leaving you alone in this splendid room. Soon, a new presence begins to appear, and you are faced with your spirit guides, full of wisdom and kindness. They share their messages with you as well. When they have finished, all but one of them leaves. This being tells you that you may request a look at your Akashic records. After explaining this to you, they too disappear. Call out now for a chance to read those Akashic records. Take your time with them, and trust what you find contained within their pages. When you have finished and gleaned all you can from these records, call out for assistance with clearing anything that may no longer serve you in this and the remaining levels of your tree. See all these old patterns